I am Granti Christ. Granti Christ. Okay, so look, my name is Grant. I am God. I am Thor. I am Thora. I am... Well, there's only one God. There's me. And there are a lot of words. There are a lot of names. Lots and lots of words. You know, like there's a God called Uranus. Except, you know, last time I checked, I'm not Uranus. I'm God. So there we go. I called my video, I am Granti Christ. And I'm posting this on top of the videos I've posted on my Facebook page and my X page. My X page. I'm not talking about my ex-girlfriends. I'm not talking about my ex-friends or ex-anybody. I'm talking about my social media page. Okay? My Twitter X page. Okay? Under the name, my name is Grant Salvin. Salvin. If you haven't watched my other videos, well, starting here is probably the worst. Like, you know, I'm tired of repeating myself. I have to explain how magic works every freaking time I do a video, and how witchcraft works, and how this and that and everything else works. Look, I posted this on top of my Facebook page, on my top of my posts about Gordon Ramsay. So one is about so it's basically pointing to the fact that he is anti-Christ. Okay, what does it mean to be anti-Christ? Well, some people like to think it's one person. Some people, you know, but you know, the Bible, the scriptures talk about the fact that there are many antichrists. The fact is, if you're against Christ, that's me. If you're against me, you're anti-Christ. Okay? And the fact is, you know, you watch all his videos, he's like, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. You know, he looks at some rotten, stinky, dirty kitchen. You know, some, you know, stinking bucket of putrid, rotten food. And he goes, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, you see a massive pile of shit and you go, Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck do you think you are to say that? And there's another video of him running around in a pen with sheep, lambs, right? He's like, I'm going to eat you. I'm going to eat you. Which one am I going to eat you? I'm going to put you in the oven. I'm going to cook you. You know? And obviously that has, you know, I mean, some people might think that's a bit ridiculous. It's just him having a bit of fun, whatever. But, you know, you have to think about everything else. Okay? And the fact is that, you know, well, that's the thing, you know. The whole point is that the sheep come to God and they're saved instead of getting cooked in the oven. Okay? So essentially, this is what we're talking about. But, I mean, that's the thing, right? So he is anti-Christ. Also, his initials are GR. GR, anti-Christ. So I've titled my video, I am Granti Christ. Granti Christ. Okay? And that's the thing, right? Because Jesus said, I am the Father. I and the Father are one. If you've seen me, you've seen the Father. Jesus was described as the Son of Man. So Jesus was a man, wasn't he? So in a sense, he's saying that he is the Son of himself. Okay? The thing is in in magic, so Freemasonry, you have one eye symbolism, and you have, and the eye, what it refers to is it's referring to the anus, which is the star. It's the thing that winks. It's the thing where the dusty snake is cast from. Okay? It all has to do with magic. Okay? People don't understand magic and how it all works. I do. I've spent years learning this. Okay? So when I say grant I Christ, well, that can mean that I am Christ, but it can also mean that my I is Christ. You know, Christ was nailed to the cross. You know, if you go to do a shit, for instance, right? Who's doing the shit? Is it you, or is it the two that's doing the shit? You understand? The power of words is the double-edged sword. You know, you could literally read anything, pick up any book, anything you want, all right? Read it, and then just try interpreting it in a completely different way. You know, you read it the way you understand it, the way you do, because you think you know what it's saying, and you know what the person's trying to imply. But the thing is that demons influence people to do things, and so that double-edged sword is always there. And so there are always other meanings that are there. It's like if I said, I want to say, you know, I think as a whole, you know, I might be trying to say, you know, I might not be trying to offend you or anything like that, but maybe really what I'm trying to say to you is I think you're an as a whole. You're an asshole. You know, maybe that's what I'm really saying. Maybe that's what the demons are. You know, that's the thing. Demons influence people to say shit because there's that double-edged sword, and that's where the magic takes place. That's where the real magic happens. Okay? Oh, whoopsie. So, it sounds, you know, I sound like a rambling madman, probably, to you. But, you know, the fact is that I know what I'm talking about. I know who I am. I know I see people. I look at the world and I see a bunch of naked people. You know, I see people who are pretending to be me. They copy the things I say. They copy the things I do. I see the magic they're doing. I see how demons are using them to battle me with magic. So the people of this world who are influenced by demons, and that's almost everybody, by the way, and there's the battle between me and them, because it's the demons influencing everybody's thoughts and actions. And I've been spending a lot of time learning about this. I've spent a lot of time trying to point this out to people. I've made a lot of videos, and I've been trying to break the curses as best as I can. And the thing is, you know, I explained, you know, I am the serpent on the pole. Essentially, that's what I am. You look at me, you survive. If you don't look at me, your world's going to fall apart. And the serpents, the poisonous snakes, they'll get you. Okay? Destruction. I'm the truth. Anything else is destruction. Okay? That's really how it is. So, you know, I really like to get someone who would, you know, well, you know, I hope the message spreads. I hope people listen. Because the thing is that you know, we're living in times where things are looking pretty bad, especially for a certain group of people. I mean, you think about it, you have people who are right-wing, or, you know, something like that. Basically, there's a lot of people who are concerned about immigration into Western countries. And that's, you know, it's not just the United Kingdom, it's not just the United States of America, it's not just Canada, it's not just Australia, or France, or Italy, or Germany, or Sweden, or wherever, right? You know, it's all of them, all at once. Strange how that works, isn't it? The thing is, God said, okay, I blessed the Israelites, okay? I blessed them. And so thousands of years later, here we are. You can see who in the world who was blessed and who wasn't blessed. You know, the thing is that I would say, you know, it was said that at the end that God would show, I would show the world, you know, that I loved you, that I loved Israel. I loved Israel and the Judahites, right? And that's what this is. Okay, this is what it is. The thing is that, you know, there are people throughout the world who have been blessed as well. Okay, there are people who have been, but the thing is they've been blessed through the nations of Israel. And you know, when I talk about Israel, when I'm talking about that, I've spoken about this before, but you know, those who live in the land of Palestine, I consider to be the synagogue of Satan. Okay, it's very easy to claim you're something when you're not. It's interesting because a lot of people probably say you're not God, you're not Israel, you know, like. But the fact is that the thing is that people claim all kinds of shit, don't they? And a lot of people get away with it. It's strange how the world works, isn't it? People who tell the truth are told to be liars, and those who tell lies are said to tell the truth. Right? That's how it goes in this world. That's because the vast majority of people, and I'm talking 99.99%, are influenced by demons. Okay? They don't love God. They don't love me. They might say they love God, but they worship a different God. Okay? The fact is, I've done a lot of work here. I've tried really hard to get this message to spread. It will eventually. I'm telling you because I want you to understand that, you know, this is the second video I've done today. I already did an hour and a half earlier on. And then I did some stuff on social media, and now I'm doing another video. You know, I just had my dinner. Yeah. Anyways, look. And I still need to smoke my cigarette. That's the thing, you know. You think there's so many people who take God's name in vain. You know, people blaspheming, going around saying Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ. I'll tell you, when I was younger, I did too. I used to say that as well. I used to say it as well. You know, I learned a lot of bad habits from the people I was around. I stopped this years ago. Yeah. I mean, you know, the thing is that, you know, what does the word Jesus even mean? You know, what you could be saying is you're saying G is us. G is us. G is us, Christ. G is us, Christ. G, you know, it's just a way of saying God. G. You know, that's the thing. What is it you're really saying? You know, Gordon Ramsay, G or Don. My uncle-in-law is called Don. He's Abraham. I've explained to him. Well, I've explained in videos. Yeah, well. Strange, isn't it? To think that King David and Abraham don't believe in God anymore. They're atheists, last time I checked. Crazy, huh? Crazy. But then again, you know, you fast forward thousands of years, you know, back then things were desperate. Times were desperate. now we're in a time where, well, things will get more desperate, obviously. Bad things are going to happen. Because without that, that's the thing. If people don't suffer, they forget about God. They forget where their blessings came from. It's like, imagine living on a life support machine and then just picking up a gun and shooting at it, thinking you don't need it anymore, and then you die. It's stupid. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But that's what people do, because they are misled by demons. So, all I have to do is point out, all I have to do is tell you the truth. You either accept it or you don't. If you accept it, great. That's great. If you don't, well, destruction. That's where it leads to. So, what more can I say today? There were some things I was thinking about. I'm just trying to think what they were. Give me a moment. Okay, let's talk about Rowan Atkinson, because he did a video. I watched a bit of it earlier, and he says the most important thing to him is food to eat, and then second is freedom of expression, and then third is something else. I don't know. But this is the thing, right? I mean, you think about when the Israelites were lost in the desert. And God, I said to them, I'll give you what you need for now. Trust in the fact that I will supply you with what you need when you need it. And that's the thing, is that the food is the world. The food is material substance. And so, what he's done, so what Rowan Atkinson is really saying is that he places the world above the truth. God is the truth. I am the truth. And so he's in, even though he's conscious of it, or perhaps maybe he is, maybe he's not. Is he a practitioner of witchcraft and and stuff like that? Yeah, probably. Considering, well, he's a guy who's been to Hollywood, he's been on television. Yeah, that's generally how it goes. Okay? They all want to be part of the Freemason lodges and all that kind of stuff. Okay? And then they like to believe that they are elite or elite. That they're the chosen one. They're a chosen people, and they're above cattle people who are like cattle, essentially. Yeah. So, be careful who you listen to, okay? But anyway, so he's placing food, which is material, which is world, which is, soil, essentially. I mean, do you know what I mean? It goes in one end and it comes out the other end. You know what I mean? It goes in your mouth and it comes out the other end as soil, basically. Yeah. Excuse me. We live in a world where, well, Jesus said, if you want to get closer to God, fast. Don't tell anyone about it, just do it. But then you got people who want to drive around like maniacs, and then they go to McDonald's and they get their fast food. Yeah. Oh, let's go on a fast. Okay, let's go to McDonald's. Let's go for a race. Yeah. Yeah, it's the power of words. People don't understand. See, they're too busy trying to be Lucifer. They're too busy trying to be above God rather than understand God. I've explained this a lot of times in different ways, you know. I mean, I don't have a script for how I say it exactly. I just say it how I say it. It comes out the way it comes out. What else can we talk about? Yeah, so people are losing their freedom of speech. Well, that's because people don't want to hear my speech. I'm God, and nobody wants to hear me. So people are gonna suffer until they do. This world is worshipping a false god. Okay? I'm God. I'm the one that people should worship. I never really, seriously, if people started worshipping me, I don't know, I'd probably die of a heart attack or something. I feel like that. I mean, I was always a shy guy. I never really wanted. You know what I mean? I'm not a guy who can normally. I'm not used to having lots of attention. But the thing is I have to do what I have to do. I'm God. It is what it is. Either I do what, well, that's the thing. The world is dying. People are dying. And I have my part to play in things. Okay? So, what else can we talk about? So, people losing their, people on the right, they're feeling persecuted. Yeah. It's strange though, isn't it? People are only interested in the truth when it affects them. People are very lazy about the truth. They're very lazy about it. They're very, it's always on a need to know basis, isn't it? If you need to know it, then you'll know it. If you don't need to know it, when you could just do something else and have some fun instead, well, fuck it. Who cares? Isn't that how it goes? So, I can explain a lot of things to people. I would save people a lot of time because I've learned a lot of stuff but then, people have to listen to me first. Yeah. Look, I've already posted loads of videos. If this is the only video of mine you've watched, well, go watch the others. Magic is a complicated thing. Especially, see, the thing is what magic really is. I mean, I hate the word magic because ma means mother. Mother Earth, ma. She's, what is magic? It's all it really ever is, and what people call sorcery. Yeah, look, magic and sorcery, Mary. Yeah, she's a whore. She is the dirt. She hates me. She wants what belongs to me, and she's not going to get it. She is fighting me though for it. So that's what it is. Yeah, another interesting point. I've spoken about this before. That the fact I went to Charterhouse, a school, when I was 13-ish, probably about 13. It was September 2001. Okay. Yeah, so it should have been 13. It was the week when September 11th happened. Okay, this was just after Aaliyah Dana Houghton died in a plane crash in the Bahamas. She was Mary. She is Mary. And she, you know, that's the weird thing. I just remembered this. So in the house that I was in, it was a house called Pageites in Charterhouse School. And there were two boys in the year above me, right? And they were twins. One was called Ed Ramsey, and I think he had a brother called Charlie, or Charles Ramsey. And Ed Ramsey, I hated, well, he hated me. You know, he always had a really bad attitude towards me. Yeah, anyway. I think he's a barrister now. Piece of shit. Yeah. Anyway. Well, it was a long time ago, but I assume he's still a piece of shit, to be quite honest. That's the thing, right? The demons orchestrate terrible events, terrible things that happen, okay? In order to steal power from me. It's a ritual magic thing, okay? This is why the world is constantly headed towards destruction. Without me, you can survive with me, or you know, come with me if you want to live. Yeah, it's like that. This is what this is. Yeah. Come with me if you want to live. Crazy, isn't it? Sounds crazy. Anyways, I think go watch my other videos. I'm going to leave it